Hey guys, it's Libby from Silverdingo, and we're back with another makeup video because my papa surprised me with something very exciting. I mentioned this in a past video and he watches them because he is the best, and he noticed that I mentioned this eyeshadow palette. So he got me the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. It's kind of a review. Let's just talk about the packaging of this before we dive into the actual eyeshadows, because this palette isn't just about what you put on your eyeballs. It is about the experience. Like, this box is very pretty and it has the logo in like copper and it's like embossed on the box. And this is also super easy to open because it has a little thing here, so you can just pop open the box and get this palette out. I love this because it has like this really soft, furry kind of fabric. It's kind of like a velvet. I love the color of this palette. It's kind of a mauvey purple, and these letters are also like cut into the fabric. And a little thing about this palette is there's this string down here which is very confusing when you first get it, but that doesn't actually open the palette. You need to open it this way. So you just open it by the edge, and it has a magnetic closing. It's got some little magnets in the corners, and this is it. It is a very nice palette. I definitely like the outside more than the inside. The inside is just like a basic black cardboard palette kind of deal. A lot of palettes just use this basic like cardboard inside, and it has a nice big mirror here, although I don't tend to use mirrors in palettes unless I'm traveling, which I don't travel a whole lot, although I did just go to Wellington. It has 14 shades. I'm going to swatch every colour on my arm first. Hopefully I don't put powder everywhere because these are very soft eyeshadows. Here's all the shades, and it has a nice balance. It has browns and oranges and pinks and more reddy shades, and there's also matte, satin and shimmer, although there's only like 2 shimmer here. It's mostly matte and satin finishes. I'm going to use the brush that comes with the palette. I'm going to start with a basic brown colour, so I'm going to go for raw sienna, just because I'm not completely sure what I want to do. I need to use one of the shimmers, and I really want to use like one of the pinky reddy colours as well. So raw sienna kind of in the crease, and that's straight pigmented there. I'm using this pointy end to apply it, and then I'm going to take the fluffy end to blend. Okay, yeah. I don't really like this end of the brush. It feels kind of harsh on my eye, and I feel like it's not blending properly. It's kind of just taking the colour away and not like blending. Like, I'm gonna add a bit more. And look, it's like fraying a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. These are super pigmented as soon as you put them on your eye. Yeah, I'm just gonna go get my other brush because this is just annoying me too much. I cannot deal with this. So I've just got this BH Cosmetics one. See if you can tell a difference. I'm gonna apply a little bit more of the same colour but with this brush. See how that is just blending it rather than just like wiping the colour away? I love these shadows because they're so soft. Okay, I just left these eyeshadows on my arm and it's now going all the way up here. Woo! Next I'm going to take red ochre. Look how pigmented that is. I love these eyeshadows and I would recommend this palette. You can create a lot of different looks with these eyeshadows. Next I'm going to take Cypress Umber because it's quite dark and I'm going to put that on the outer V. I'm really trying not to do a weird face because I always am like when I do my eyeshadow, or also mascara. And I want to use Love Letter because that's the pinkiest shade. To be honest, there's only two pinkier shades and one of them is kind of more red. They actually have all gotten a little bit powdery. Luckily mine isn't like covered in powder because I've seen some people's palettes that get like really covered just because they are soft and you can't just be like bam to get your colour. I actually do like the pointy end of this brush for getting like the shadow on there and packing it on. I just don't like the blending side. Just gonna blend this out. I want to take Cypress Umber like right in the corner. Oh, I do have a little bit of fallout, but actually not that much considering like the powderiness. I don't want to say powdery because they're not dry, but they do like put powder everywhere. Then Love Letter like in the middle bit. And taking a Vermeer in the this bit. What is it called? The inner corner of my eyelid bit. Overall, this palette is kind of expensive and the brush really is not worth it. Honestly, don't get it for the brush. It can be helpful maybe if you don't have any other eyeshadow brushes, but if you have any eyeshadow brushes already then probably just stick to those because not a huge fan, although the pointy end is pretty good for packing on eyeshadow. I love the packaging and I love the shade range, the pigmentation. However, I don't know if this is just with oily skin because that's my skin type, but they crease. This can probably be helped with eye primer. This is the finished look using these eyeshadows. I will see you in my next video. Bye!